Welcome back to Cards and Comics, guys. Today I have my first 90s box break of 2025. I'm talking 1998 Pinnacle Performers, a low-cost, entry-level product from the last year Pinnacle produced cards. So this is a really interesting set. I have some notes here. We'll go through it. Now, the one thing to think about this set is that it was not very innovative in terms of lots of inserts, autographs, game use. It was entry level. Now, the one insert set it has that is somewhat pricey, well, actually it has two. It has the big bang cards, which are 1 in 45, but those aren't really the big hits. It's the seasonal outburst version. It's sort of like a parallel insert, and those are numbered pretty low. In fact, the Griffey's numbered out of 56 or 57. I think it's 56, but it's labeled as 57 on the insert checklist. I don't know. But that card obviously is worth pretty good money if you can hit it. Now, they're really rare. And there is the, swing for the fences cards, which end up being, if you were to get the player that led the league in home runs and match it up with a home run number card, that you got a pack of 10 cards that had kind of a parallel version of the card that was kind of cool looking, refractory. But they went bankrupt before those cards were ever really redeemed. So whatever that's out there in the marketplace for those cards has all been backdoored. And that's what's the problem is that even the seasonal outburst cards have been backdoored, but they're not numbered because, the real ones were numbered. So there's been a lot of cards from this set that's been issued after they went bankrupt, that were bought in the bankruptcy sale. So again, kind of makes those cards really hard to determine what's really rare. However, if you pull a card out of a pack, seasonal outbursts are going to be numbered. So that's what we're hoping for. You cannot get the swing for the fences, the cool version, the parallel version. They do that is something that you had to get at a LCS or get a pack again, and that didn't really actually happen because they went bankrupt. So this is kind of a cheap product. Even today, because again, you're hoping for a seasonal outburst. There is also Power Trip, which is 1 in 21 packs, and they're kind of cool looking. But again, there's nothing really in here except for that outburst. But the big bank cards, I've seen them before, and they are kind of nice. They're etched foil, so not trying to be like, oh, this isn't going to be fun, because obviously there's one shot of something really amazing. But you can tell, like, I've mentioned in other videos how 97 was sort of like the peak where the industry really kind of, everything was, everybody was kind of like running on full steam. 98 when people started to go bankrupt, and then people kind of, quit innovating. There was just, redemptions didn't get redeemed. Things started to go off the rails in 98, and this is kind of like the result of that is like, less money was put into product development, and you got less hits, and there wasn't game use or autographs in the set that I'm aware of that were directly inserted. I think there was like a Juan Gonzalez auto you could get a redemption for in here. So we might get that, after all these years. I've hit some pretty interesting redemptions in products that no longer exist, so who knows. The way the swing for the fences are like 1 in 2 packs. So they're really not that rare to hit. So we should get a lot of those. And again, let's look at the cards. They're very score looking like. So I think that was sort of what these were supposed to be, like score. Like they're kind of like entry level. They're not going to be high design. Like we're going to just see some amazing designs. But that's sort of like this whole thing. This is supposed to be entry level. And our first swing for the fences card is Todd Helton. So this is the base card again. The kind of the cool version, you see that the coat kind of has refractory with kind of ring circles around it. Those are not available in this product, unfortunately. So hopefully, we hit something cool. But, opening all these products, I think this is what, I've never opened this product before, honestly. So this was, again, right around the time I was quit collecting. Oh, we got something. So here's our first something. Hideo Nomo. It's kind of cool. And our first, all right, launching pad. Okay. Oh, with Griffey right behind it, Gary Sheffield. Launching pads were 1 in 9 packs. So we should get 2 or 3 of these. So that's cool. Gary Sheffield. Our first kind of hit. Launching pad. And then right behind is a Griffey base card. So, oh no, this is, yeah, I think this is just a subset far and away. See, there you go. Just a basic Griffey card, but well, same aside, we set aside all Griffey cards because we love Griffey. And then here is how you looked at, those swing for the fences. You had to match, a player with a number, and that got you a pack of 10 cards. That were those cool parallels. If that would have really happened, those parallels would not be worth anything. I don't think. I mean, I think you would have had, well, maybe not anything, but they wouldn't be worth what they are today. The fact that they're worth so much today is that they were just kind of backdoored, and there's not many of them that are out there. So, yeah, so there's 23. Jordan's number, maybe that. But this time period, like 98, you'd have had pretty big number. And maybe that they didn't even make a number that high, right? In 98. So there's Ivan Rodriguez, really cool. So Derek Jeter, Tina Martin. So, it's kind of cool. It's just so basic. Jay Buhner. Sorry, on camera here. Yeah, it's definitely a set that you're kind of like you're kind of really just hoping that you hit something fun and some parallels or some player that you like. But it's definitely entry level. It looks like, or triple, like how triple play kind of looked kind of basic like this. And these seven, or I call these like these kind of crazy designs of this time period. Were just that. It was for fun. 61. Guaranteed fun. So the Team Pinnacle Club. You can join the club. I'm not sure who did. I'm pretty sure they went bankrupt. So whatever they promised you probably weren't going to get. Whatever you paid for, you probably were not going to get that. John Smoltz. Here's another launching pad, and we got Vlad Guerrero. There we go. A little moon action. Again, these are just foil. There's nothing really. There's the back, but you get the moon up here, so it's kind of cool. But Vlad, put checklist in here. So we haven't hit a base Griffey, or we had a Griffey, but it was a subset. These packs are very easy to open, and they are just plastic. They're not foil. So again, this set was designed to be value forward. And another launching pad. No, this is Peak Performer. So Peak Performers are 1 in 7. So 1 in 7 Peak Performer. And we got Jeff Sapan, which I'm not too thrilled with Jeff Sapan. I'm going to take a drink real quick. All right. Jeff Sapan. Not who I was hoping for. Honestly. But, it is what it is. Because I Mike Piazza and a traded to Met. So this is kind of a cool card. I like how they stamped that. That's actually very nice. And our obligatory Travis Lee card. I always say, if you open product during this time period, for whatever reason, the young player du jour at this time period. Yeah, but Kerry Wood was like 98, so he started to get real popular. Around this time, it's always Travis Lee and Ben Grieve. So you're going to get those two guys. All right. Here is our Pinnacle Performers. This is our Power Trip. So these etched foil cards are very nice. So the Power Trip cards are very nice. So that's what I was saying. Like I was trying to, I know I sounded a little down earlier. The set's not expensive or whatever, but it does have, these etched foil, the Power Trip, and the Big Bang cards are nice. So, and these are numbered out of 10,000. So there you go. It feels very, 92, 93, Donner Salidi, they're numbered out of 10,000. But, you know, it's still cool. And it's Chipper Jones, and it's still a nice card. I don't actually have that card for Griffey. Honestly. I just don't. A lot of these Pinnacle cards are just so... They're almost like back to Pacific. You know, it's like... You know, if they aren't really low numbered or something, it's just people don't care about them and you don't see them for sale. They're not in that, you know, like hierarchy of inserts where people just care a whole lot about them and want to have a ton of them. And you don't see them like pimped as much on the old Instagram. Peak Performer, Jim Tomei. Again, these are just foil boards, so they're not quite as cool looking as that Chipper Jones. Power Trip. And by the way, I love the name Power Trip because it's a great thrash metal band named Power Trip, who unfortunately the lead singer died. So, but they were great. Check them out. If you want a really cool thrash metal song to listen to, Executioner's Axe, I believe is the name of the song that I listened to the first time, and it's a really good song. And Power Trip was really popular. They were from Texas, I believe, and they had a huge following. They were getting big, and then unfortunately, the lead singer died, and so I kind of, you know, obviously killed that momentum. But cool band, and I just remind me of that you know, band when I saw the insert named Power Trip. All right, so we haven't hit a base Griffey or Thomas, so it's kind of interesting. There's an A-Rod, Jason Kendall. Yeah, we had not got hurt. Juan Gonzalez, I guess, was our spokesperson. So there is like a giveaway for an autographed baseball from him, this product. So he was their kind of spokesperson. There's Fred McGriff. So it kind of shows you a little bit. I mean, Juan Gonzalez was really good at this time period. Like, he won the MVP. But, you know, like, Upper Deck had Griffey. So... I believe Donruss had Frank Thomas, so these guys had Juan Gonzalez. I think in the end, you would rather had one of those other two guys, but I get it. You know, hindsight's 2020, right? All right, there's Frank Thomas. Here's our first base, Frank Thomas. There you go. Very cool. Okay. There's 69 giggity. Oh, look, you can do it either way. Oh man, there you go. Should send that in to get graded. All right. So looking for a Big Bang. I want to get a Big Bang card. That's really what I want to get, even if it's not the cool numbered version. There's hey, look at that, Peak Performer Derek Jeter. So we hit an insert. Even though the Peak Performers are 1 and 7 packs, it's still cool to hit a Derek Jeter. There you go. So, we always want to hit the Jeter, the Griffey, and the Thomas base cards. So we hit the Thomas. We hit a Jeter insert, so that's you know, to me, going above and beyond. Now we got to hit all the base cards, but we hit a Jeter insert, so that makes this a little cooler already. All right. Jose Canseco as a Blue Jay. I always forget there's the Jeter base card. So now we just need the Griffey. So look at that. One card away from hitting our base card quota. And like I said, this is a product that honestly you could probably go out and buy it in bulk if you really wanted to try to get one of those seasonal outburst Big Bangs to see if you can hit one, because you can probably buy 3 or 4 boxes of this product versus there's the Griffey. So we hit it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, you could probably look, you know, if you really wanted to try to hit something like that, you know, you could probably buy quite a few boxes of this product and look for it, because it's not overly expensive. And if someone had a whole case of this or something laying around, you could probably get it from a pretty, you know, work a deal or something and probably get it from them, because no one's really like, you know, like outside of the big player collectors like myself, like no one's really clamoring to say, I really want that seasonal outburst, you know, numbered version. Outside of some hardcore player collectors, it's not like an essential credential or PMG, or just a general collecting folks know about it and go like, oh, well, that's a cool card. No, if you went around to the hobby and said, I've got a seasonal outburst Big Bang, they'd be like, what? What are you talking about? All right, here we go. Launching pad, Jose Cruz Jr. All right, yeah. Jose Cruz Jr. was also another big rookie at this time period. It's kind of like you have, Griffey and A-Rod, and then Jose Cruz, and you're supposed to have like kind of like this, big, Mariner kind of renaissance. And I think at this point he was already a Blue Jay, like he'd already been traded or something. So yeah, like I think he was already traded at this point in 98. So all right, 41. Here we go. Another peak performer, and we got Kerry Wood. So again, Kerry Wood was really coming up at this point. So I think rookie was 97, but 98 sort of like I think when he blew up. So a lot of Kerry Wood. I have a lot of folks who from the Chicago area that still collect Kerry Wood. He's kind of one of those guys that's low key. It's not overly expensive, but people want his stuff. If it's obviously it's not super expensive, but people will buy it, and that's cool. There's a lot of players like that in the 90s where they're not going to bring a ton of money, but people will buy it. It's not like, if you put it on eBay, it'll go with like no bids. It's a Chipper Jones and a Chipper Jones. So that's, I say that all the time is like, there's so many player collectors out there that, for certain players that you may not, you're not getting Griffey money, but you're going to get some. So, it's like people may, don't throw away, like Jose Canseco is a great one. Like, do not throw away Jose Canseco inserts or just parallels, because there is a strong collecting base for Jose Canseco. There is another Jeter. That's very cool. So yeah, like, there is people out there who really love some of these players and are big time collectors. So Ivan Rodriguez, Barry Larkin. I mean, there's on and on. Don Mattingly, these guys all have pretty strong collecting bases, even though the cards aren't worth, thousands of dollars like a Griffey is for certain cards, but doesn't mean that you just go, okay, it's not worth anything. 42, Mr. Robinson's number. Down to the last 3 packs, so we haven't hit a Big Bang, which is kind of sad, because that's the coolest insert in here. But we'll see. We might still have a shot here. Randy Johnson. All right. Mike Piazza, another club card. All right, 2 packs left. We'll see. Get some last pack mojo. There's a Ripken. I think it's the first time we've seen Cal Ripken. Maybe not. Maybe I just haven't paid attention. Oh, Brian Rose. Here's a Ricky Henderson. Love any rookie as a athletic. It looks really cool. There's Jose Cruz Jr. again. All right. Ray Langford, another Jose Cruz Jr. He's just everywhere. Jeff Bagwell. Nope. It looks like we didn't get the lucky box. So it's fine. It is what it is. So we'll go through the kind of hits. I mean, we got obviously some base cards. We got Frank Thomas, Bonds, Jeter, Kerry Wood, peak performer, launching pad, Jose Cruz, Griffey, another peak performer, Derek Jeter. So it's our first real kind of hit insert of a player. We got peak performer Jim Thome. Our hardest hit card, the Power Trip, Chipper Jones. Peak performer, Jeff Sapon. Launching pad, Vlad Guerrero. Launching pad, Gary Sheffield. And that's it. The rest are base cards. We got the Griffey, the Jeter, and the Thomas base cards. So, obviously, when you go through here and look at the inserts, these launching pads are very basic. The Chipper Jones card is really the only one with any real design element that's exciting. Peak Performers, again, are very just foil board and some gold stamping, even though we got Jeter. Pretty basic. So, again, entry-level set, pretty basic. This is when they're going bankrupt, so just really kind of a sad point in history where this is kind of the end of the most creative period of time in the sports card market, I believe, in the 90s, and it kind of signaled the crash that was coming. So, this is, you can kind of see it, like, hey, the design, the cost of the products, everything, people were pulling back, paying less in the product because they couldn't afford it, and then obviously the bankruptcies and all that. So let me know what you think. Would you like the product? Sorry we didn't hit a big bang, but I might open a couple boxes if I get them cheap. And I got more box breaks coming, so let me know what you think. I'll see you next time in Cards and Comics. Bye.